Hey, Dani K coming to you from Dani K Gym and Wellness. Today's tip comes to you from Kim, Dani K Gym and Wellness member. She wants to know she goes, not that I'm there yet, but when you do reach like your goal weight, what changes, if any, do you make within your workout, within your nutrition, that kind of thing. So it's actually a great question. And definitely at that point in time, I always suggest come see me, and so that we can at least, just talk about, what you're actually doing, what you plan on doing. Do you want to lessen the days, or like what actually now is your goal? Is your goal now to just maintain? Is your goal now to now, even though you've gotten to your your goal weight, do you want to try to, still tone up, maybe not lose weight, but firm up a little bit more, or, increase a little bit more lean tissue, or you're at your goal weight, but you want to lose some body fat. So there's different things, even though you've reached that goal weight, doesn't necessarily mean that, you're completely, satisfied, if I can use the term, with what you're wanting, or you've reached your goal weight, but there's still some other goals that you would like to have in mind. A little bit more definition, a little less in the belly, or a little bit more lean tissue, that kind of thing. So it's a good idea to come talk to me, or some sort of nutrition personal trainer professional, to kind of redo that. Because even though you've reached your goal weight, if you don't still have other goals in mind, you may fall off the good track. Then oh, I've reached my goal weight, I don't have to watch my nutrition, I don't have to work out anymore, and then you're going to gain weight again. You're going to be back into your slump again. So it's definitely a good idea, even though you've reached your goal weight, to still maybe look for different goals. Even if you've reached your goal weight, you don't want to lose any more body fat, you don't want to increase any more, more lean tissue or whatever. But let's say, hey, I want to run a 5K or a 10K or something like that. Then that's a goal where you can start training for that. So I would always say, definitely, no matter what, even if you've reached your goal weight, still definitely look for other goals that you should have, that you want to have, so that continues, you on your, the continued fitness journey. Okay. So as far as like the workouts, do they change? I personally probably wouldn't change them unless, like I said, you have certain, like you want to do a 5K now that you've reached your goal weight. Okay, that was one goal. Now my next goal is a 5K. So your training might have to change a little bit for that, and, or, like I said, you want to maintain that weight, but you want to lose some more body fat. So losing body fat and increasing lean tissue. So there we might have to readjust the, maybe not necessarily the calories, but readjust your protein or whatever it might be. So, definitely always keep some goals in mind. Every time you hit a goal, definitely, try and achieve another goal. So as far as the workouts, they may change according to if you want to do a 5K or, that kind of thing. I personally wouldn't say, lessen your workout days. They may change, cardios may change. You might not have to do your long cardios. You might only be able, like for me, I lift my heavy weights and I only do, my Tabatas, and that's it. So if you're trying to lose weight and you're doing your, high intensity training or your weight training and your cardio, your Tabatas, all that stuff. So you're doing all this, like long cardios, short cardios, Tabatas, high intensity training. Once you've reached your goal weight, you may not have to do those longer cardios anymore, and just do, just maintain what you've got with, the lifting regimen and just Tabatas. So you can lessen your cardio, to where like with me, so there's different things that play. Even, once you've hit your goal weight, there's still different things that play into. So it's kind of hard to just kind of put, one kind of, you know, direct answer out there, because there's a couple of different ways that we could look at it, just depending on what you want to do now that you've hit your goal weight. So, you know, and keep in mind also with nutrition, definitely you want to stay doing proper nutrition. Can you eat more? You may want to do what I do. You know, like I have, you know, I eat, you know, like a more restricted caloric intake through the week, so that on the weekend I can, you know, fluff a little bit more. You know, and some people are okay with that. Like for me, I'm okay with that, because the next day I'm right back on point. And some people say, well, I can't lose my mind on any one given day, because then the next day I'll lose my mind, the next day I'll lose my mind, and then I'll just be in this downward spiral. So you know yourself, but you know, so you still may want to keep yourself on, you know, more restricted, so to speak, meal plan, proper meal plan through the week, and then on Saturdays or Sundays, you know, maybe still stay, you know, trying to eat as proper as you can, but then maybe indulge in like a drink or so, or you know, a dessert, or you know, just some things that you weren't necessarily allowed to have or aren't necessarily allowed to have through the week. So there's all kinds of different ways that we could adjust that. So definitely once you hit your goal weight, there's some definite things that you could do. Lessen the cardio. You could we could readjust your meal plan, or we could just keep you on that meal plan with those restricted calories and let you have a little bit of fun on the weekends. So it's all depending upon you and what your next goal would be. Definitely, you reach that goal weight, I would definitely suggest having other goals to obtain, so that you don't, you know, because we're all goal oriented, we're motivated by goals. And if we reach our goal weight and we don't have any other goals, then we're like, screw the gym, I'm not working out, screw the nutrition, I'm not going to eat right. And then, you know, 6 months from now, you're coming back in and why the hell did I do that? You know what I mean? Why did I stop lifting? Or why did I stop doing cardio? Or why did I stop eating proper? So, you know, once you hit your goal weight, you can flub a little bit more, because then you can also take that knowledge that you've learned from me and, you know, implement it back if the scale kind of changes. And then you can say, oh, you know what? Okay, that's 2 pounds. In 2 weeks, I need to, you know, get back on it, readjust, you know, go back to, you know, doing this for a little bit, you know, and just kind of keep it in control, you know. So 1 or 2 pounds isn't really a lot, but if you let go of 1 or 2 pounds every month, or every 2 weeks or so like that, 6-8 months from now, you're like, well, where the hell did this 30 pounds come from? You know, so it's definitely a good idea to keep everything, you know, in check, even though you've hit that goal weight. You know, so it just depends on, you know, what you want and what you feel you can do as far as letting yourself go a little bit, or, you know, do you still need that kind of strict kind of thing? So definitely once you reach your goal weight, I would say, because there's so many different avenues that you could take, I would say come see me. Or a nutritionist, you know, specialist or whatever that, you know, does definitely specialize in this and know what the hell they're talking about, so that they can keep you going on your fitness journey and reaching that next goal. Definitely have goals in mind. So hope that helped, Kim. You know, sorry it's not like one direct answer. Yes, readjust your calories, and yes, you can you know, it's not just one direct answer, because it just depends on you, the person, and, you know, what you feel you can allow yourself to do without losing control and all that stuff. So I hope that kind of gave you a little bit of insight to, you know, once you reach your goal weights and stuff like that, what the next step would be, should be, could be. Stay in tune, stay informed, stay motivated. Bye.